What's up, Michigan? Welcome back to the State Champs Poolside Podcast. I'm Lorne Plant, and I am always joined by the incomparable David Zulkiewski, girls swimming head coach at Bloomfield Hills High School. He's also the web developer and the guy who records the top times for Swim Cloud for the Michigan Interscholastic Swim Coaches Association. Hello, David. How are we today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Fantastic. And as we turn our focus to the Division III state finals coming up on the weekend of November 19th, which is less than a month from now, and will be taking place this year at Calvin University, we are joined by two swimmers repping the Milan Big Reds. We have Phoebe Rhoney and Elaina Malach joining. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
And as I did before, I already got it right. It's Malach, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Not Malach, Malach. All right. I got it. Won't happen again.
You can say it either way. It doesn't.
All right. Well, that's all right. Everybody messes my name up all the time. So I appreciate saying it correctly. So, all right, guys, on the show today, we're going to be focusing on Division III girls swimming. Dave's going to talk about some of the favorites, talk a little bit about some teams and individuals who will have some high expectations going in. We'll also chat up some sleepers that could emerge at the state championships this season, including Milan High School. That's all ahead. But first, Poolside is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Lawrence Tech wants you to recruit yourself. Just go to l2athletics.com and click on the Recruit Yourself link. Academic and athletic scholarships are available in over 24 varsity sports. Poolside is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics, and by the physical therapy and sports medicine professionals with the Detroit Medical Center. Our Game Changers segments are back. Check our YouTube playlist by searching State Champs TV or go to our website, statechampsnetwork.com, for great insight on training tips and more. And for immediate care, if you have an injury, just go to dmc.org/game changers for immediate access to that care. Okay. Once again, welcome you two, and thank you for being here. I'll start, and I actually wanted to ask Phoebe a question first, but this actually indirectly includes Elaina too. And now I'm assuming that Jillian Rhoney is your sister, correct?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. All right. So both of you, along with Jillian, were part of the All-State 400 free relay team a year ago.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Jillian was, yes, right? And so Jillian was a senior last year. And I guess she decided that she would grab an oar instead of a swim cap. And although she had never rowed before, she is rowing at Michigan, correct? I just want to know, how's that going, and what is that transition like?
Oh, she's doing really well right now. She's a part of the novice team, which is what when they recruit someone, they put them on the novice before they go on varsity. And just seeing her transition from, swimming long distance and not running at all to having to run and transition into a completely different, transition into a completely different sport. She's done amazing. There's a lot of similarities between swimming and rowing. Like, she gets the same energy from when she used to swim the 500 to when she's rowing. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We've actually, had some coaches here on some of our podcasts earlier this season. And one of the coaches was a rower in college, so didn't swim. So, there's an easy transition. It's still a water sport. So I was just curious as to how that took place. And I will let David ask the next question. He's going to get a little more technical with you.
For sure. So, ladies, we were talking before we got on the air. We're about a week out from league meet. How do you ladies approach maybe already being qualified for state meet and focusing in on that team event for league meet, but then also staying prepared for state meet? What are you guys doing right now?
Yeah. So we are kind of doing a mini taper. So the people on our team who haven't qualified for states have already started tapering, getting ready for the league meet. And for us, it's really like states is more of an individual for us because there isn't our whole team going to states. But Huron League is really about our team and providing for our team and winning stuff. And our swim team is very known for winning the Huron League. We won it for 22 years, so it's pretty important to us to win.
Do you? All right, go ahead. Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. Well, same thing with the mini taper, but also Huron League allows us for our individual events to not only go faster, but also get a better seed time for states. So I'm not going to wear my best laser. I'll probably wear something that I've worn a couple years, but I still want to go faster than I have before to get a better seed time at states.
So will you guys swim your number 1, number 2 events, or are you going to swim maybe a third event, like an off event?
We'll probably both swim our number 1 events,
Yeah.
the 500 and the 200 free. And then we're usually both in the free relays too. So we'll
Very
probably
good.
swim.
So you're both ranked top 10 right now, D3 in the 500, which is
Yeah.
great. How's training going? You guys, it sounds like you guys are together every day.
Yeah,
is
well,
there
our
anything
lanes are
you've been
right
working
next
on?
to our
Yeah.
lanes are right next to each other, so we kind of pace off each other all the
Yeah.
time. It's really fun.
It's great to have that competition, and especially in
Yeah.
that 500, a lot of strategy and stuff. That's terrific.
Yeah, well, it's kind of fun because I'm usually better at the 200 than the 500, and Phoebe's usually better at the 500. So we kind of like trade off in those 2 events.
Yeah.
So big questions. Obviously, you guys coming off an all-state relay last year. Do you guys go both freestyle relays, or is anybody on the medley at all? And how do you handle going from the 5 into the 2, or maybe the medley into the 2?
Yeah, so we're both in the free relays right now, as of now. And one of the ways that we kind of train for that is we do it all season. So like almost all of our meets, we've swam the 500 and gone right into the 200 free relay. And usually at a normal dual meet in our high school, there's 1 heat of each of those events. So it's like you go right into it. Like you don't even go talk to Heike because you got to like get up and go.
Yeah.
So that's part of like getting ready for that.
Yeah, and a lot of the 200 free relay is a lot. It's for me, it's entirely adrenaline from the 500. Like it's just as fast as you possibly can go, and there's really no basing off of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Right. And Heike is your coach.
Yes.
That's who you're talking about. What has that relationship been like, and how has he improved you guys over the last few years?
He's a very good coach as well because, first of all, I've known Heike my whole life, and he's actually my next door neighbor, so that's kind of cool. And he's coached us since we were like really young, and he's a really good coach. He really understands us. And sometimes when you're like really like exhausted and you need a break, he's like, it's okay if you need to do that. Or if you're like mentally exhausted, he's like, it's fine if you need a break. Like, I'm not gonna run you into the ground or anything.
Yeah,
so.
But he'll also he lets you take a break, but he's also there to really push you, and I really appreciate that because I feel like that's one of the reasons that I am as great as I am today is because he pushed me so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. That's what it's all about. Now, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but the Monroe County Championships took place earlier this month, and your team was able to win that. So, congratulations. I know the meet was canceled last year. Yeah, so I know the meet was canceled last year, so I'm sure it was a thrill just to be competing. It had been a few years since the Big Reds had won it. Talk about what it means to win the county.
It's kind of important to us. It's kind of like the Huron League, but we do have like Dundee isn't in our league, and Dundee is one of our big competitions. So that meet is kind of like, it also kind of sets the tone for the rest of the season because it's kind of earlier than like our Huron League is like our last meet. So it kind of sets the season. So.
Right. And if I'm right, at the county championship, Elaina, and you were just guys talking about how you kind of trade off. Elaina, you won the 200 free. You finished second in the 500 free, and Phoebe, you won the 500 and finished second in the 200, right? So maybe you could just elaborate more on what it is between you two that brings out the best in each of you.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. I am a big racer. I love racing people, and I also like winning a lot.
Me too.
Yeah, we both like winning. So I use it as a way to like push myself because one of my big goals is always to beat Elaina. Duh. Why wouldn't I?
Right.
But also, last year when my sister swam with us, she swam the 200, 500. Elaina usually swam the 200, but she didn't swim the 500 that much.
Yeah.
So I used my sister, and that was how I went pretty fast. And now this year I can swim with Elaina because we are really close to the same speed. And I feel like that really pushes me to want to swim a lot faster because I want to be better than her.
Right. Elaina, how's that adjustment been going to the 500 when it's something that maybe wasn't a regular for you?
I swam more like stroke last season. Like I would swim the 200 IM or the 100 back. And then during this summer, my freestyle has kind of gotten better. And I've always liked the 500, and I swam it like once in a while. And then Heike just decided to put me in it in like one of our first meets, and I did really good. And so I've been swimming it ever since the first meet. So it's like, it's not that hard to transition because I've been swimming it since I was like 8. So.
Well, I'll tell you, just from a guy who's there filming these meets, it's laborious. I see you guys doing the 500. It's like this thing never ends. Like, it's great to see, your teams, cheer you on, and everybody's got the boards in the pool and they're, keeping you going, but it just seems like it never ends. At the county championship, the swimmer of the meet was your teammate, Haley Brady. And she took first place in the 50 free, swam the first leg of your winning 200 free relay. She also placed second and made a state cut in the 100 free and was part of the runner-up 200 medley relay. Talk about how great she has been. I know she's a senior, and how she's been swimming and how that really has helped your team continue to get better.
I really love Haley Brady. She brings so much to our team. She is always so positive, ready. She's always ready to get in the water. Like anytime,
she's always the first
she's
one.
First person there, always ready to get in the water. Just brings this immaculate energy to our team. And just having her as a part of the relay makes it so much better because not only is she great, is she very positive, she's really fast, and she's a racer, a hard racer, and she will push herself to the very end just to get ahead. And I love that about her.
Yeah.
Are you both juniors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got one more year after this, and obviously, having senior leaders is great, for the camaraderie. But let's start turning our attention a little bit, David, towards the state finals that will be coming up in Division III. What are some of the teams that fans out there can expect? I mean, we always know at Cranbrook and East Grand Rapids are going to be a couple of programs that are always bringing. It seems like they just reload every year, but. Talk about some of the favorites as a team and some of the other swimmers that have high expectations.
Sure. So EGR, they're always going to put 2 or 3 swimmers in every event, so they've got some incredible depth. Cranbrook's coming off a big graduation year. 2 Big Ten swimmers graduating last year, and they got some big shoes to fill. But again, they're going to be right back there, I'm sure. I like Marion a lot. Some of the top relays in the state, not just D3, but across the state. So they're looking pretty good. A little smaller team, but definitely some speed on the relays, which is really, really important. And I'll circle back around to our team here from Milan in a second. But as I look down the list, some of those teams that always surprise us with really good tapers. You got your team from Hamilton, new head coach this year, but Coach Talsma's up in the AD office now, so I know he's running a great program all the way across the school. Those men and women from that team always get incredible tapers. So you watch a team that's 6 maybe on our top 10 list, they're going to sneak up a little bit. Holland Christian, they have like just phenomenal divers right now. They've got like 5 of the top 10 divers, so watch out for some good swimming, but really bringing some points in the diving. But, ladies from Milan, I think the biggest one, because I know Heike. I swam with Heike back in the 90s at Eastern.
Oh, wow.
Heike's from Milan. He's born and bred in Milan. Yeah. He's back there. And I look at the tradition you ladies have had, much like a Hamilton and even like a Trenton. You've got these powerhouse programs that year after year bring consistency and depth. And we always know you're going to get great tapers. When we walk on the deck, it's teams like Milan that do that. So I know you're going to get some great tapers, and you're going to get some great tapers. But talk to the folks out there, because you got a small, tight-knit community with a coach that born and bred in that town and is back there bringing all the great things to you. What are some of those little intangibles that we don't get to see every day that make you guys one of those sleepers for this year?
I would say we kind of like, so swimming is like very big in our school, but I would say people don't really pay attention to it because it is swimming. It's not like your football or your basketball. But we do really well, and I would say like the fact that we're very like humble, and I think that showing up to a meet like that and not being cocky and stuff like that really shows like your personality and stuff like that. And then when you go out and swim like that, you can be like, look at what I just did, and I wasn't all cocky and showboating. So
also, Heike teaches us that it doesn't matter what's on the paper; it matters what's in the pool. So this girl could go 10 seconds faster than me in the 500 free, but that doesn't matter as long as I'm with her in the actual race.
Yeah.
So I think that's great.
Yeah, he's very big on keeping your mental focus and not to psych yourself out.
Yeah.
That's great. How do you guys handle, because I'm looking, you look down that list again, Holland Christian, Grand Rapids Catholic Central, these are really small schools that maybe you ladies don't get to see all that often. How do you prepare for a state meet when, and you alluded to a little bit, what's on paper doesn't matter, it's what's in the pool, but how do you get ready for some of those teams that you don't always get to see?
We just try our best in practice. Like we don't know what to expect and we don't know what's going to happen. So you just have to push yourself as hard as you can and really try your best and hope for the best when you go to state meet and hope that you swim very well. And you just don't know what to expect. So you just have to try your best.
Yeah.
How many swimmers will you take to states?
I think we have 8 qualifiers, I think right now.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we have about 8 qualifiers, and then we take a couple alternates, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, I think you guys were 16th last year. I think is
yeah.
So,
hopefully, but it will take more.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have high hopes on maybe getting into the top 10.
Yeah, I think we've been very excited about our state meet even from the beginning of the season because we have a lot of fast girls. And our freestylers are really fast this year, so we're really excited.
Yeah. Did you, as far as, well, I know you guys have had, success in the past. You've had state champions who've represented not all that long ago, especially in diving. I know you had a diver that several years in a row. And what are your individual expectations and goals? So you have leagues now, so you're focused on that, and then you guys will turn your attention towards the state finals. But personally, right now, excuse me, being a juniors, you guys, this is your time, right? You're upperclassmen now, so it's time to show up and show out, right?
Yeah. I think one of mine and Phoebe's biggest goals is to place top 8. We are both very determined to place top 8 because we never have before besides the relay we were in last year. And our times look good, so we're very excited. And that's one of our biggest goals is to get in the top 8.
Yeah.
Right on. And I would imagine that just being competitors, even if we look at last year, you have some of the swimmers like Justine Murdoch and Gwen Woodbury from Cranbrook, who are going on to bigger. I mean, it was, not that long after because the finals were in January last year. That last summer she's at the Olympic trials, swimming the pack stroke. So
crazy.
So I mean, I would imagine that the adrenaline. And Michigan's had a history of just so many outstanding swimmers. When you're going up against, the quote unquote cream of the crop, do you find that you elevate your game as well?
I definitely try to. I feel like, because that's one of my chances. A lot of the girls in our league, there's a couple that are like really, really good at the 500 free, but you're not going to see every single person that's on the state qualifying for the 500 because it's impossible. So I have to. So I use states as a really good place to see where I'm at compared to girls that are also extremely fast. And
yeah, same here. When I go to states, I love racing against the fast people because, like Phoebe said, we don't get many opportunities, and it really pushes you when you're in a heat and you see a girl ahead of you and you're like, I gotta go catch her. So then, like one of the big things in the 500 is sometimes you have to take it out really fast, which kind of sucks because you get really tired. But when you take it out really fast and you chase the girls in front of you, it makes your time so much better. So it's nice to have people that are really fast.
Yeah.
Very good, you guys. Sounds like you got a game plan. You're ready to go.
Yeah. Hey, David, I don't want to put you on the spot. Are there some individuals who you're looking at for the Division III state finals that?
Yeah, it's been interesting going through these times on SwimCloud every week, and again, you see a lot of these small schools that you don't always hear from. So, I shout out to the Mason sisters, Sierra and Scarlett. They're out of Standish Sterling Central.
Yeah.
Top breaststrokers, IMer. Between the two of them, they're like on these top 10 lists just about every event I can see, which is awesome. And it's fun to watch all the different times pop up. I'm clicking through it right now as we're talking, and you see a young lady who's top 8 in one event, and then she's top 30 in another. So Marion, like I said, has got some great sprinters, but Mason sisters seem to be popping up every time I'm seeing results every Tuesday and Thursday evening. And outside of that, I think, like I said, Holland Christian has got some phenomenal divers. I'm just pulling up some scores here real quick, but get ready because they're 3, 4, 5 girls top 8. Grosse Ile actually has the top 2 divers right now. Of Elena Hovis and Lucy Nielsen are the top 2 divers in the state, both from the same team. But we got to take a look at some of those scores. But Holland Christian definitely with some awesome diving.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm calling it now. You guys are going to get in the top 8.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you guys just keep working hard, and I think that great things are going to happen. Hey, we're going to be racing at the normal time this year, in November and not in January. Yeah. So at least you guys have had a consistent season this year, and I'm sure that the best is yet to come. So, all right, guys, well, that's our show this week. And remember, you can either watch or listen to the Poolside Podcast. The video is uploaded weekly on our website, social media, and YouTube channel. Or you can listen to the audio podcast by going to the platform of your choice, whether it's Apple, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify. The show is uploaded on Fridays. So I want to thank our sponsors once again, Lawrence Technological University, the Michigan High School Athletic Association, and DMC's Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy team. Thanks again to Milan's Phoebe Rhoney and Elaina Malach. Good luck the rest of the season. For David, I'm Lorne, and we'll see you next week.